Hey, do you know what the shape of the universe is? Good, because neither do I, nor does anybody else. But here's how I may be able to figure it out someday. Let's start off by making the claim that the shape of the universe likely isn't three-dimensional, because three-dimensional objects in a 3D space, such as this one, have bounds that give it volume, and the universe, well, it doesn't appear to. This means that we'll have to look to dimensions beyond the third, such as the fourth, to figure this out. But to make things easier for our 3D thinking brains, let's shift things from the third and fourth dimension to the second and the third. Let's say that this little guy I've drawn here is a two-dimensional being, and his 2D universe is bounded by the edges of this paper. He notices, though, that as he looks off to the side of his universe, he's able to see the back of himself. He also notices that any shapes in his universe with him appear to repeat infinitely. Being the smart little guy he is, he realizes that the only way this would be possible is if his 2D universe were bent through the third dimension into the shape of a cylinder. This would allow him to see fully around it and look at the back of himself. This would also account for the apparent repeating of objects within his universe. Any differences in the pattern in which his universe repeats would indicate different 3D geometries. A grid pattern like this would indicate that his universe is wrapped around a sphere. Other patterns of repetition could indicate other 3D shapes, such as a cube or a torus. What this all boils down to is that different 3D shapes of his universe would cause different and distinct patterns of repetition within his 2D universe. We can use this idea in our three-dimensional universe. We can look far off into space, and if we notice, oh, there's our sun again, or there's that galaxy cluster again, and there it is again, we could use that 3D pattern of repetition to figure out the four-dimensional shape of our universe. A discovery like this would be huge, and it could help to confirm the existence of higher dimensions. Of course, this is all theoretical, and the only way to confirm this is to get out there and start discovering. Thanks for watching.